Welcome to our tub. Come on in. It's warm inside, and there's always room for more.
This podcast contains adult material and is intended for mature audiences only. If you're under 18, grab your rubber ducky and find another tub. This one's not for you.
Hello and welcome back in the tub for episode 125. I'm Mr. Berg.
And I'm Mrs. Berg.
And on this week's episode, we have a special guest that is going to pretty much be the full episode.
So no listening to us babble.
Yes, there's really not much from us this week. It has been a tough week. And just to kind of, honestly, there's a lot of family things happening, a lot of travel, handling a lot of things right now. Yeah, summer. Wish it was better news, but it's things you have to do. It's life and it sucks. We were, however, fortunate enough to have Tanya Tate and Star Factory PR reach out to us and bring our guest to us today. Really a name that I wasn't very familiar with.
I can't say I was either.
And as we kind of dug in and did some research, wow. A really great model and cam model and performer. Very tenured. Over 15, almost 16 years in the industry. A lot of accolades. A lot of award nominations and wins. Mm-hmm. And really a great conversation. She opened up a bit as we started, and we really had a fun time. We talked a bit afterwards and really had a good conversation and learned a lot. Has a lot of ideas, is a worker and is driven, and always coming up with new things. And that is what really was kind of fun about this conversation that we had.
Mm-hmm. Right. She's working on one project and already has something else.
She already has one or two things kind of on the burner coming up next. So, again, want to thank Tanya Tate and Star Factory PR. As well, want to thank DahliaIsDopey for taking time to really sit and talk with us here for this episode. So please check out her podcast and some of her other things that are in the show notes, and sit back, relax, and enjoy this conversation on episode 125 with DahliaIsDopey. Hello and welcome back in the tub. In this episode, we want to give a big thank you to Tanya Tate and Star Factory PR for bringing our next guest into the tub for a dip. Our guest is a multi-award nominated and winning model and cam girl with over 15 years in the adult entertainment industry. She's a gaming enthusiast, going as far as creating her own games to use during her live cam shows. Her tenure and accolades prove her determination and guarantee she has many prosperous years ahead to entertain all of her current and newfound fans. Thank you and welcome, DahliaIsDopey. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on the show today. I appreciate it.
Cool. And again, thank you for taking some time out to really sit and share who it is you are and what you do for our listeners that may be saying right now, there's a name we haven't heard. And it's worth hearing the name and finding out as we did our research. Or as we say, we watch cam shows and look at adult entertainment. That's our research. It's a rough job.
Oh, yeah. It sounds super tough.
Yeah. Before we get started, can you let everyone know where they can find you online or on social media?
So if you're looking on social media, you can find my Instagram as DahliaIsDope without the Y. But everywhere else, including my free cams, ManyVids, Twitter, OnlyFans, you'll find me under DahliaIsDopey, spelled exactly like my name, DahliaIsDopey.
All right. Very good. So there's a couple different areas, a couple different places to find you. As we put it out there, show the support. Take a look.
It's worth it.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
As I said in the intro, you have over 15 years in the industry. That's a very long and successful run.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I have been. I'm coming up on 16 years soon.
Oh, wow. Very nice. So, got to ask, when you originally started this journey, what drove you to it? And at that point where you're saying, hey, I'm going to make a long run and roll with this?
Well, to be honest, I was a little insecure about myself at the time, and I had a friend who was camming, and she suggested it, and it ended up helping my self-esteem, feel better about myself and my body and my personality better than I did at the time. And I never thought it was going to be this long, but I love my job, so I've never left it.
That's awesome. And I think we've talked over the years about body positivity and just some of that feeling, some of the insecurities that a lot of people have. And how do you get over it? Well, you went to the extreme, were comfortable enough to start doing what you're doing. And I don't want to say that with how your career has grown, you've proven your insecurities wrong, but you have. I don't want to make it sound like a negative thing, but you really have.
I can agree with that statement. I found out that there is someone for everyone. There's always going to be people who are going to like your personality or are going to be physically attracted to you, no matter who you are or what you look like or who you are as a person.
Exactly. And everybody, I think, in some way, shape, or form, has the thought of, maybe I'm not hey, guess what? You are for, well, that's why the world of adult entertainment is out there, because there is something for everyone's taste and visions and feels.
Yes, I'm sorry. I would agree.
No, you're good.
I just agreed with it so hard. I was like, how do I elaborate on that?
So when you started, was it as a cam model? And did you say, hey, this is probably where I'm going to stay? Let me just throw it out there and do something for a little bit?
Yeah, I started as a cam model. A few years in, I started making more content to sell along with being a cam model. But I've never thought of moving on past being a cam model. This genre works for me.
Oh, and again, as we said, there's different areas within the industry that is different for everyone.
Right.
So as you grew, now you've moved into the gaming world of camming, correct?
Yeah, I do play a lot of games online. I still do regular shows every once in a while, but I do play a lot of World of Warcraft or horror games online. recently I've been playing Overcooked with a couple other cam girls, and that game is infuriating. I don't know if you've played it or heard about it.
I've briefly heard about it. I think at some point I used to be a big gamer and really have ran out of time. Honestly, I don't have the time anymore, and I wish I did. And at the same time, I was more of the first-person shooters. I played.
I started with World of Warcraft and playing The Sims, so I'm not so good at first-person shooters.
And I was kind of the Call of Duty Battlefield world. I started playing World of Warcraft a little bit, and it drove me insane. So I was like, I probably shouldn't be doing this. I'm up half the night playing this game, and I'm like, I got to get away from it.
I was literally playing it until we started this call.
and I am like that. I was that way with someone else I spoke to in the past. Was on Elder Scrolls.
Yes.
And that one was even worse. I'm like, oh no, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been playing this for over 8 hours. I need to get rid of this game. I can't do this. Because it pulled you in and you kept going.
Yeah, it'll be 2 hours before you even look up from it.
Without a doubt. Well, as far as platforms then, what platforms can listeners find you when it comes to playing games or your camming? What are your main go-tos?
So my main go-tos are currently My Free Cams and ePlay. Every time I'm on ePlay, I do a different game, which is really fun for me. Recently, we've been swapping between Sims, the new Killer Clowns game, and World of Warcraft. But I spend a lot more time on My Free Cams than I do on ePlay. But you could find me on either or.
Okay. Well, I guess as you discuss those platforms and things, have to ask, because as we did some research and we as well said in the intro, you've created your own games in the past. So do you still utilize that, and what went into that thought process and setup?
So I do still play Truth or Tokes very often. It's something I can play on my own, so that's nice, but it's essentially Never Have I Ever, but instead of at the end of it, if you've done the activity, then you have to take a toke or do a spank or a squat or take a sip. But it's all industry oriented, so it'll be like if you've ever streamed on My Free Cams, take a toke. If you've ever been a swinger, take a toke. That sort of thing, instead of the more traditional questions that you get in the safe for work games.
Okay. And audience participation, viewer participation, do you find that it obviously you're still using it, so it's obviously been well received?
Yeah, I find that people like to play it with me. It's good. I also play a lot of, I didn't create this, but it's called Pick Your Poison. So I like to swap between Pick Your Poison and Truth or Tokes, but I find that the card games work really well. I used to play this game called Thoughtopoly that I made up, but it was so intricate and in detail, and you had to have multiple players to do it. So it got a little difficult.
I could see that. So with this, do you have a standard schedule that you are on and doing this? Is there a place listeners and fans can go to find out when?
Well, I'm very, very active on Twitter and Instagram. I do have a Snapchat that people can buy if they would like to. But I usually work Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and then every other Friday. Okay. But every Wednesday I'm on ePlay, and then the rest of the week I'm on My Free Cams.
All right. So there's that kind of standard that people know, all right, here's the day. Here's the e-play day on Wednesday, and let's go.
Yep.
So you do a lot of that. You did say so. The World of Warcraft. What else do you do outside of gaming? How does, I guess I'll rephrase that. How does unwind look to you?
I watch a lot of horror movies. I read a lot of erotica, and I collect a lot of comic books.
Okay. Any specific comic books?
So I actually own over 4,000 comic books at this moment.
Wow.
And that's not counting like my trade paperbacks or anything. But I'm a huge X-Men fan.
All right.
I'm also a first appearance, like I like to collect first appearances and, like important storyline edits that go on.
Yeah.
I have a giant size X-Men #1, which would be like the diamond of my collection, which is where we meet Cyclops and we met a lot of like the original X-Men.
Very nice. And that is an impressive collection. That is a lot of comic books. Wow. Has that always been something you were into?
When I was really young, I collected comic books, and then there was a large point where I didn't. And then I was around 22 years old, and I read something from a company called Zenoscope that was about Alice in Wonderland. And I just really loved it, and I got back into comics, and then that's it. It was love at first read.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, end of story. Get another room for the comic book collection.
It does have its own room.
That's kind of where you're at with my Star Wars collection,
Yeah.
rather than scattered all over the house.
Well, I do love Star Wars as well.
That's always been a thing for me, and I definitely had an obsession. And boy, I have things everywhere. So, but yeah, the comic book thing, I was into them at a younger age, and it kind of faded away. But I've seen it come back as well. I've talked to some other people. It never went away, but it kind of just cooled off. And now it really is starting to come back as well from a collector's thing.
Yeah. Collections are definitely jumping up there.
Awesome. Horror movies.
Yep.
What is let's say, your top 3?
Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Okay.
Dream Warriors. And then I would have to go with, I'm going to be cheesy and go with I Know What You Did Last Summer. Okay. And then Final Destination.
Okay. Final Destination is the one that rings a bell in my head.
Yes, Final Destination's the one where the kid sees the future and then they're out trying to outsmart death. Okay. It's the one that triggers everybody with seeing, like, the second one of it triggers everybody seeing like logs driving in front of you in the highway, and you see all those memes that are like, can't drive behind these cars anymore.
Okay. And I've never been a huge horror movie fan, but I was raised in and this is dating myself, in a video rental store. My parents owned a video store.
Oh, that's amazing.
And until just about 2000, they owned that from the early 80s.
Back when it was on VHS.
Yes, literally nobody knew what a DVD was. It was, you might have saw a laser disc here or there, but it was literally Betamax and VHS.
But that's still so exciting.
Yes, it really is, and even some of that, like my parents called last week and were like, "Hey, we got a box of VHS tapes. Do you want them?" I said, "Well, what's in it?" "Yeah, let me look." About a year ago, I actually commandeered the tote full of early porn. It was 70 to 90, late 70s to mid or late 80s VHS tapes. And there was some stuff on there that I'm like, oh my gosh. And some names within the industry, you're like, wow, I remember that. So, I grew up around it, which was really cool, but never got totally into horror. And
I was raised on it. Both my parents were horror fans. My dad was a big Stephen King fan, and my mom just enjoyed all horror.
And I read a lot of Stephen King. I wasn't a big reader, but Stephen King was a writer that I could actually sit and read and get through his stuff. But I then in turn never really watched a lot of them after I read the book. Mm-hmm. I never watched it, but I read the book at least 2 or 3 times.
I love the original movie. It had Seth Green in it when he was like 10.
Yeah. I never watched that. Pet Sematary, any of that.
You're missing out.
I've seen bits and pieces of Pet Sematary.
Yeah. Now, again, I think one of the first horror movies years and years ago, and I believe there was a point that it was like stopped and banned, was Faces of Death. And that wasn't even a horror movie. That literally was a murder documentary. And it was just, I'm like, okay, I don't know that I need to watch this kind of stuff. This is insane.
Well, I'll watch it for you.
Yeah.
What was the other one? What am I thinking of? The Ring?
There is a movie called The Ring.
I was going to say, I know there's a movie
It was
called
something
The Ring.
with it would appear on the TV, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, they actually made 3 of those.
The horror movie trivia as well. Nice. You're definitely into the horror movie world.
Well, and our son a couple years ago around Halloween sat and watched all the Michael Myers movies, and
He went through all that stuff, yeah.
but he was kind of like, they're kind of lame. They're kind of predictable.
and I think as maybe, I hate to say it, a kid, but someone now watching some of that, the early Friday the 13th or the early Nightmare on Elm Street, where they're used to so much CGI and all the computer animation, where they get into the special effects and things like that, I think kids get lost. The younger generation gets lost in that. Because they're like, wait a minute, what are they doing? This is so fake. Well, that's what they had back then. Give us a break.
They had to do everything by hand.
Yeah, exactly. Right. We didn't have computers or stuff back then. Give us a break. Now, we read somewhere that you're working or had worked on a tarot card deck.
I'm currently working on the tarot card deck. We only have a few cards left that we need to finish, and then we are going to print them out and send them out the first set goes out to our Kickstarter crew. Everybody who supported us and helped donate towards it. But yes, it's all industry based. So it's all porn stars or cam girls or content creators or anybody who is in the industry.
That is very unique and different. So where did that come from? Where did that thought process come from? An idea.
I was actually in a store looking at all these different tarot decks and seeing fairies and unicorns and comic books and just traditional ones. And I didn't see anything in the industry. And in this industry, a lot of girls or a lot of human beings are very into tarot or astrology. Mm-hmm. So I thought, how cool would that be if there was a whole deck that you could see and it was people that you knew from the industry.
That is interesting, and we've talked to quite a few when it comes to the astrology. So, and yeah, the tarot is definitely something that never kind of put 2 and 2 together, but that is a whole new, unique spin. We've seen regular playing cards that are industry based and everything, but that is something usable and unique and different.
So how many?
Thank you. That's so nice of you to say. I'm really excited for it, and I'm really excited to get it printed out soon.
So how many different models altogether were you able to?
I believe a full tarot deck is 72 cards.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's a full tarot deck.
That itself is great too. That there was support from the industry and everyone else for that.
Yeah, I was shocked by how many people ended up coming to support the Kickstarter.
Nice. And yeah, and we had not seen or heard. Please stand by. We're experiencing technical difficulties. Don't leave us. And this, when we started digging in, is when we first kind of heard about this and started doing our research. So again, was that something you yourself are working on? Have you paired up with someone else? Like, how does someone?
What's the process for that?
So I'm funding the whole thing outside of what we got on the Kickstarter, but I have an assistant that is helping me named Sasha Ray, and she's very, very heavily involved. So it's our project together, I consider it. And then the artist that we're using is Arenia Artie. You can find her on Instagram or Twitter. She's an amazing artist, and we've used her for every single card so that it would be cohesive throughout the deck.
Wow.
That makes sense. That's a lot of it's work and planning, and then finding where you're going to get it printed, how you're getting it shipped. I mean, there's definitely a labor of love and passion in that.
Yeah, no, it's exhausting. It's exhausting to do, but it's going to be worth it, I think. And I'm so excited for people to share in it.
So is there a link where when it is launched, people are able to get on and purchase those?
Not at the moment. I'm working on a website. It should be up right around the time that it's ready for sale. So it should be under DahliaIsDopey.com.
Okay.
But once we get the first set out, that's when we're going to print out the second set, and we'll be selling to normal people.
All right. So from that end, you said as you were looking at cards, so is tarot and astrology, is that something that is important to you?
No, I just really like the artistic side of it.
That's fair. Okay.
I can't read tarot. I wish that I should learn. I'll learn once I get this deck.
Well, there
good.
you go.
That's good motivation.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you have it, there you are. And learn it. Cool. As we've talked about things that you're involved in doing, yet another one came up when we're researching. So, the Not Safe Space podcast.
Yes, that is my podcast. We are about to start season 2. We just dropped our first episode of the season a few weeks ago, but we're going to be more consistent starting this week. We're dropping a new episode.
Okay. What topics, what do listeners get when they tune into the show?
So it's actually me and 2 other hosts plus a guest usually. One of the other hosts is a sexually liberated woman who is not in the industry. And then one of my other hosts is a cis white male who has been married I think he's been married for like 7 years, but he's only been with like 4 or 5 partners. So it's us having conversations about sexually based things, and then trying to show everybody, all the listeners, that we can all meet in the middle and show them that sometimes they assume like I would be more comfortable with something and it'll be something that one of the other hosts are more comfortable with. So we do, catfishing, relationship stuff, everything of that nature.
No, that, again, as we had talked about at the beginning, you know what? It's sexual normalization and being comfortable in your skin. And, we're kind of both in the same boat with that.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah. So is that audio? Where can listeners find that to tune in? Do you do video? What's that look like?
We do audio episodes, so you can find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Okay.
And Google Playlists or Google Listen. What is that one? I'm not the one who posts it.
Yeah, I don't even know what the Google one is exactly. And
Google Play?
Yeah,
I think it's Google Play. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're there as well, but I think I remember seeing an email or something that was going to be going away. I don't know. I got to dig into it, and I do a lot of that, but I like set everything up, and then I kind of forget about it, and I'm like, it just goes, but I got to kind of refresh and go back through. So there are platforms that people can hop on and give you a listen. We will put a link in the show notes to your show on Apple. Again, that way, hey, listeners, there's just another sex positive, fun. From the way you described it, it really sounds like it is a fun show. It could be very engaging. Three different, I don't want to say three different, what's the right word?
Mentalities?
Yes. When it comes to sex.
Mm-hmm.
And again, as you said, you meet in the middle. At the end of the day, guess what? It's all about having fun and doing what makes you feel good. It's going to be slightly different for everybody, but guess what? It doesn't matter. If it's good for you, enjoy it. Have fun with it.
Isn't that why we're all here?
Yeah. Yeah. To drink bourbon, smoke cigars, and, have sex.
Drink martinis on my part.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
At least that's my thought process. I don't know.
You can keep the bourbon. I'll find something else.
So, again, as we sit here and talk on our show, you understand, that whole world as well. And is that show something that was one of your kind of brainchild of you, or was that kind of a group?
I would say it was a brainchild between me and my co-host Tater.
Okay.
And then we brought our co-host Aaron in because he's one of my funnier friends, and he's just got such a vanilla outlook on a lot of things. Like when it comes to like not understanding the industry at all. So it was just but at the same time, he's had experiences in his life and he's very open-minded as well. So it's nice to have him on the show as well. But my friend Tater was like, I said, I want to do a podcast. She came back with the idea for the Not Safe Space because I wanted to do like a movie podcast initially. And she was like, this might be a little bit more interesting.
Well, and now describing it, like, it sounds like it could be, like you said, that with that vanilla point of view, like, it could be informative for anybody, really, and not just, swingers or industry people, like, since it has those 3 point of views and showing people that, like, not just one is right.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you had said too, your funniest friend, you have to have the kind of laugh and chuckle and comedy side of things as well. So I can only imagine it, and I'm definitely going to listen. I can only imagine, how entertaining of a show it could be.
Yeah, we get to teach him a lot of things, so it's fun. Because he'll say something and we're like, no, wrong, fucking wrong.
And at the end of the day, if you're able to portray that outside, you might you're helping a friend in some of the instances, you're helping listeners. That's what it is about. We've kept this show quiet for the most part to vanilla friends in the area. Mrs. more so than me, because I'm in the food business. I really don't give a shit. This is me, and this is the show, and this is what we do. We're swingers, and we talk to adult entertainers and all around great freaking people.
Right.
And we have I had a friend a few weeks ago. We were at a graduation party that I had catered, and it was late night. I literally had been up since 3 a.m. cooking a pig. This was 11 o'clock the next night, and this one friend came over and he went, man, I got to tell you, a lot of people do know about the podcast. I listened to it. Man, it was pretty damn good and informative. And this is a guy that I've known for years. Didn't know that he had listened or anything, and I'm like, you know what? Cool. You know what? If you're saying it's informative and you enjoyed listening to it, then good. And if you said you hated it, I don't give a shit either. I don't care.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, because people are still tuning in, so guess what?
Right?
There's somebody that's listening to it. So, but yeah, no, that is great. So, best of luck to you as the show grows. And again, getting into your second year, you said. So, how often do you release episodes?
So we were really good about doing it every other week initially, but now we have a new editor, so we are a little bit slower, but we're hoping to get back to every other week starting soon.
All right.
So
Good.
twice a month.
Very nice. Well, yeah, again, good luck with that. It definitely, again, it is a process. And we've said that before, whether listeners understand or not, there is a process that goes into producing these shows. It's time, it's energy, it's money, it's, we're not going to get rich off of this show. We do it because we enjoy it. We love making new friends and bringing people's stories and their careers to others. But it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Gotta love it to do it, right?
Exactly. As we've said, we're doing weeklies. And I'm like, at the beginning, maybe we should have said every other week because it is a lot of work.
Well, I give you all the credit in the world for getting a 1 out a week.
And we do all the editing and everything on our end.
You do all the editing.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not going to try to take credit because I don't even want to begin to attempt to learn how to do it.
That sounds like me on my podcast.
Well, he's always been like the computer guy. And all, I'm just like, you know what? You can try to show me, but I'm probably going to ask you 1,000 more times how to do it. So just do it.
Yeah. Well, hey, I do that, and she wrangles the monster that's downstairs.
A 4-legged monster.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of that, so
We saw your 2 pups on your Twitter.
oh yes, I have 2 Shiba Inus, 2 beautiful Shiba Inus.
So, have you always been a pet person?
Actually, it's really funny. When I first got my first dog, my dad was like, I never thought you liked dogs that much. And it's because I grew up with like little poodles and I'm not like a little fluffy dog person. I like my dogs with a little bit more heft to them.
Okay.
So I ended up falling in love with the Shiba Inu breed. And now I'm just a Shiba mom forever.
Very nice. And 2 of them, I'm sure, is a handful.
Oh my God. My boy dog is so mischievous all the time. My girl is very easy. She's very like lazy. She just wants to sleep and lay around and like cuddle with you. And then my boy is just insane. But isn't that how it always is when you get 2 dogs?
We got one, and he's into everything and tears everything up. And granted, he's only 8.5 months old.
Oh, he's still a baby.
But he's probably the size of both of yours together.
Oh, what kind of dog is it?
He's half Great Dane and half Black Lab.
Oh my God, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he's at 8.5 months old. He's over 115 pounds already.
Oh my God. He runs the house.
Yeah,
He tries.
Yeah. As soon as you turn your head, he's getting into something, and it's something that he knows he shouldn't, but then he'll make sure that you see him doing it. And it's like, yeah, I'm not supposed to do this, but check me out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now you have to catch me to get what I'm not supposed to have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my boy dog does that whenever he goes into the backyard. He likes to play I know that you're telling me we're going to back inside, but I'm going to run and hide in a place that is very inconvenient for you to get me.
See, he just got to the point he lays down. And I'm like, get up. And they just look at me. I'm like, okay, this is how it's going to be.
Right, or he doesn't even look at you. He looks in the complete, or he just gives
direction.
the straight ahead, dead stare, as if you're not...
Like they can't hear you.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Like they don't understand what's going on, even though they 100% have every idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. I tell people he's a cross between a naughty toddler and a moody teenager.
I can see that. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And our son is 20. We just got over all of that. And now I'm like, oh boy, we're back into it.
Right. Right. But at least
once he hits 3, he'll be good.
Yeah. And that's what the friend who we got him from, who had the litter, she's like, oh yeah. She's like, right now, he's like his father. She's like, but hopefully by the time he hits 3, he'll get like his mother and is patient and calm and fine. If not, you're screwed. I went, whoa. We bought this dog from you. What are you telling me I'm screwed? Come on.
yes, but compared to all of his siblings that we've seen pictures of, he's a beast compared to...
Yeah, he definitely was. He was the most shy and reserved. But
until we brought him home.
Yeah, now he is the largest, and he is, full of personality. So, and it's the first dog we've ever had in the house.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell people...
My girl dog was my first dog that I had of my own. So they're both 11. She turns 12 in April, and he turns 12 in October.
Oh.
Or he turns 11 this October.
Very nice.
Yeah, I tell people we went from no pets to a hold my beer breed of dog.
Yeah, but no, wow, 11 and 12 years. So that is definitely they've been around for a while, and yeah, that's great.
Yeah, they're my babies.
Very nice. And a little unwind and to be able to relax with the dog at the end of the night and sit on the couch and turn on the television. Yeah, you need that.
We'll get there eventually.
Absolutely. The unconditional love means everything.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. I'm not allowed to sit on the couch at home because he has claimed the couch. If I sit on the couch, he is pushing me off and grabbing and trying to pull me off the couch. I'm not allowed to sit on the couch. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, he claimed it.
I have one of those huge love sack, they look like beanbags, but they're the giant, eco-friendly ones, and he thinks that I bought him the world's biggest dog bed.
And we have a beanbag love seat. and it's upstairs, and I'm like, no, he is not going anywhere near that thing. If he comes into the master bedroom, I'm like, don't even go near that. Go the other way. I'm like, because he'll never leave.
Love it.
Yeah, that is great. But no, so again, just a little recap. Years in the industry, multiple awards, nominations, so many different projects, and so many things you've done. It from the person and career, it's great to see continued success, having fun, all of the things you're doing, and continue to do others. Podcast and games and tarot cards. I don't know where it ends. What's you got anything else to give a peek under the hood that may be in the near future? What's the next project?
I'm going to try and make sellable sets of truth or tokes for other cam girls to be able to use on their streams.
Okay. Well, and with the tarot, you have an artist, you found someone that can print the cards. So the next step would be someone that could do that and just slide that on over.
Yep. I already have the art done and everything. So I basically just have to find a printer.
Very nice.
So what do you, when you're not doing all of this, what, besides the comic books and movies, what else do you like to do to preserve your mental health?
I like to travel a lot. I'm lucky enough that I went to Spain twice this year with my best friend. I went with a group originally. I go to all of the social events for MFC and get to spend a lot of time with other girls in the industry.
Very nice. So,
Awesome.
In that travel, do you do conventions?
I go to AVNs every year. And I go to the MFC Social, which is a My Free Cams, I can't think of the word, My Free Cams exclusive convention.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, I don't go to the other conventions. I'm a little shy, so I have to have friends to go with, or else I get nervous.
No, that is fair, especially when you get into the
fan conventions.
yes, it can be so overwhelming and just really I can see where it's anxiety filled. We have that conversation. We do the Exoticas. So we do Chicago, New Jersey, and DC, and they can be very much overwhelming and anxiety building.
Yes. So that's why I need to find somebody to go with me. If any industry individuals want to go with me, please let me know.
I mean, at times it's overwhelming for me, and I'm not even I'm just there walking around as a normal person.
Yeah. Yeah, not the center of attention at a booth, meeting fans, shaking hands, signing pictures. I could see, again, that's just it can be a lot. I know MFC does always have a booth at the Exoticas. But yeah, it's always crazy. So no, totally get that. So if fans do want to meet you, they're going to have to go to AVN.
Yeah.
And
if they want to meet me, they have to
there.
go to AVNs.
There you go. Get on a plane, get in a car, and go out to Vegas.
But I'm super friendly, so if you do go, make sure you say hi.
Definitely. All right. Well, again, we truly appreciate you taking the time to sit with us here tonight and really learning about everything it is you have going on. the future, the past, the present. It's a full list. As we said, you continue to build your brand. It continues to grow, and that says so much about you as a person and as a performer. 15, almost getting into 16 years is a long time in this industry to still be kicking ass.
And taking names.
Exactly. So, best of luck to you in the future, in all the award nominations that are going to start coming up. One more time before we let you go, can you let everyone know where they can find you online and on social media one more time?
Yes, you can find me on MyFreeCams or ePlay at DahliaIsDopey. You can also find my content on ManyVids at DahliaIsDopey. But if you're looking for me on social media, my Instagram is DahliaIsDope.
All right.
Without the Y.
Awesome. Very good. Again, we thank you for your time. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. It was so much fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that wraps up episode 125. Wow. It's almost... Jeez. Holy cow. That's a long way. We're 2.5 years into this at this point, almost.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a journey.
Seems like we were just recording episode 100.
Yeah.
And now we're already a quarter of the way to the next 100.
Yeah. and we actually had that conversation with some friends a few weeks ago that we were at an event. I catered their son's graduation party. They were in attendance for episode 100.
Mm-hmm.
And it was brought up. Wow. What we recorded episode 100. It wasn't too long ago. Yeah, it was almost half a year ago at this point. So, as we'd said at the beginning, a lot of things going on here, personal, just in the world and getting through. But this episode was great. Really got to learn someone new and enjoyed doing it.
Right. Have a new podcast to check out.
Yes. Yeah, it definitely, again, from the lifestyle side, from whoever in the conversation, it really seems like this is another great show worth tuning into. The Apple podcast link is going to be in the show notes. So give it check it out. See. It definitely is on our list, and we're going to be looking into it.
Right.
And I think with that, we're going to call this episode a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
So please give us a follow on our social medias. Bird Couple for Fun on Twitter and Instagram. The Bergs on Facebook and Reddit. You can reach out to us at thebergs@inourtub.com. And you can listen pretty much on any podcast platform, as well as inourtub.com on our website.
And Full Swap Radio.
Full Swap Radio. Mondays at 9 a.m., Fridays at 1 p.m. Start your week and almost end your week in the tub. Thank those guys over there. So, again, summertime, take care of yourself. Remember to wrap it before you tap it, lick it before you stick it, and until next time,
We'll keep the lights on and the tub warm for you.